This is Abe Friedtanzer from Awards Radar, and I'm so thrilled to be speaking with Martin Starr about Tulsa King. How are you, Martin?
Good. How are you doing, Abe?
I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. I like watching Bodhi on the show, and I think his character makes a lot of sense for you, but I'm not sure the show would have been what I expected. Did you feel that too?
In what way? You didn't expect Stallone to be an action star? I guess I could understand your hesitance.
I think the tone of the show is, in some ways, more serious than a lot of the projects in which I see you.
Yeah, I mean it's real fun to go back and forth and have Party Down come back at the same time as getting to do something really fun and new like Tulsa King.
Yeah, absolutely. And what did you like most about the character of Bodhi?
Well, I have a lot of very successful pothead friends, and so I don't smoke much myself in real life, so it's fun to kind of take a little trip back down memory lane and go back into the weed world a little bit. It was fun to do research and kind of get more aware of the way that things have changed. I mean, I feel like now it's in popular culture now with legalization and just the growth of that industry. But it's fun to get a better understanding of it through working on the show.
What surprised you most in that research and playing the role?
Um, just how expansive it really is. I mean, the fact that it is in Oklahoma, like every state has different laws, and technically, it's not allowed to cross state lines the way that each state has legalized it. And so for the most part, they have to figure out a way to keep it within their borders, but obviously, some aspects of the supply chain aren't legal in certain ways. It's very strange the way all the laws are set up. But that, you know, just learning the specifics about the way that the industry works in Oklahoma and state to state was, I don't know, it's just fun.
It also sounds like you have an understanding of a lot of what Bodhi says. I feel like a lot of people play roles and they, spout off some medical or scientific knowledge and don't necessarily know what it means. But it sounds like you took the time to really get to understand, the math and the laws behind it all.
Yeah, hopefully I retain this information. I'll tell you, I did Silicon Valley for 6 years, and I learned what I was saying when I was saying it, but the next day I couldn't tell you what the hell it meant.
It's funny. Well, I did enjoy that show because I think Silicon Valley is the best example. I think of every episode starts out fine. There's a huge, career-ending disaster, and then by the end, somehow it's been repaired. I think Tulsa Kings takes a slightly different, more long-term approach.
Definitely.
What was it like filming some of the action scenes on this show?
Um, I don't. I mean, I've done a little bit of action here and there, but there's only one big fight scene that I was a part of, and it's fun to get to work in that choreography, and I don't know. I enjoy the physical aspects of it, especially since I don't get to do it so often. But it's really fun to get to. It's really a dance, so to get to kind of work with people in a physical way like that to get the choreography right on that dance is really fun to make it look real. And yeah, it's also weird how much sometimes how it doesn't feel right, because most of what I most of my um training has been more emotionally based, and so the physical aspect of it sometimes looks perfect on camera, but doesn't feel right because you're so far away from someone. But then you look at it back, and you're like, oh my god, yeah, the baseball bat looks like it's hitting him directly in the face. Um, yeah, that stuff is really fun to learn about and get better at.
Yeah, the show definitely has a great look, and I think those scenes do come off very well, and it's interesting to learn that they're done that way. What was it like acting opposite Sylvester Stallone? Was that what you expected?
I don't know. I didn't. I don't know what I expected. But I had a great time. It's crazy to get to work with, one of the biggest movie stars of all time. Um, and he was great to work with, very collaborative and very, for me, very easy to work with.
Show has a big cast and you don't get to interact with everybody. Is there anybody you would have liked to share scenes with that you didn't get a chance to?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the New York guys, it would have been fun to get to work with them. But obviously those storylines don't or haven't yet met up. And Andrea Savage and I have been friends for a while, and we didn't obviously get to cross paths in the show. But yeah, it was great that we got to work on the show together, nonetheless.
I would have made the same introductory remark to her, and I'm curious what comeback she would have had to me about, being an excellent actress who I wouldn't have expected on this show, and the two of you maybe in a different show together.
Yeah, well, I was doing I'm Sorry right before the pandemic hit. I was doing a few episodes of that, and then the pandemic hit, and hopefully I think they're figuring out how to make that third season come to life. But yeah, we crossed paths on Party Down. She was in the initial pilot for Party Down, and then she got pregnant, and then that kind of messed up the game plan for the trajectory, like the way that that show timing wise worked out. And so unfortunately she ended up being in an episode later. But yeah, she's sweet, so talented.
Well, before we get to Party Down, do you have any ideas of what you'd like to see from Bodhi in season two of Tulsa King?
um yeah, all kinds of stuff. I mean, we have a new showrunner this year, so I'm more excited to find out what ideas are already in the pipeline, and hopefully just be a part of growing that a little bit, and having conversations that kind of help make that storyline more fun and exciting for me. Um, yeah, but I love it. I'm happy to go back. It's really exciting.
Great. And it was really a pleasure to get to see Party Down back again in this age of all these, remakes and revivals. I'm glad that Party Down, which really should have had a bigger audience and lasted longer back when it was originally on, did come back. How do you feel you're at a different point of your career now, and what is it like to go back to that show?
I think at the time it felt like we were very, like I was akin to that character, like more in the where I felt like I was at um financially. I mean, it was the I think for the most part, like Ryan and I and maybe maybe not everybody else felt the same way, but it really felt like catering was your day job, kind of, when you went to work. And now it's like, with 13 years of growth in everyone's careers, and the fortune that we've all had independently, to be able to come back together and have that same chemistry and have that same feeling, is incredible. It's so rare to get to do it at all. And it's nice that we all have kind of crossed paths in other ways, and then we get to keep working together. But to be able to come back and do it again on Party Down was absolutely amazing. I mean, yeah, I would do that. I would do 187 episodes a year if we could do it.
I think six is pretty manageable. I'm hoping that we get some more of those because I
Yeah,
really did enjoy the reunion, which
I'm
didn't
hoping
feel,
for 10, but
stiff.
yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see how it comes together.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely. And are you similarly enthusiastic and snobby about your science fiction?
I am not. Um, I am not that snobby about my science fiction. I do enjoy. I like that world. That world is incredible, but I'm in no way a snob about it. I don't think um, uh, my awareness of it is strong enough to be able to be a snob about it.
What else do you have going on right now?
I'm on a wedding tour. I'm flying around the world going to weddings right now. I just worked on a show in Japan. I have a friend in Japan, and her mother is a casting director there, and they asked if I would come do a guest spot on a show that they're doing there, which had an incredible cast of amazing Japanese actors. And I've never worked in Japan, especially on, a native production, and so it was, that was such a strange and wonderful cultural experience. That was really fun. But yeah, I'm just out here living life and trying to make the most of it.
So, well, I'm looking forward to more Tulsa King and hopefully more Party Down also. Thanks for taking a few
Yeah,
minutes, Martin.
knock on wood. Thank you so much, Abe.